Here we go, guys. Day 5. I'm gonna combine day 5 and 6 into one video because it was the weekend. And I have to be honest, it's been challenging trying to keep up with this, but I'm committed to finishing it. To post a video every day is actually challenging, but I'm really enjoying meeting some new people on my YouTube. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback from friends and family. I got some new subscribes. And, really for me, I was sharing this because I just thought maybe I'll meet some other people who are health minded in my journey. Now, if you follow me on Instagram at GrillGirl Robyn, or even on my website, grillgirl.com, my site is all about grilling, and I'm eating a ton of meat. Doing the carnivore diet has not been a huge change for me, but it has made me think about things a little bit differently. Mainly just, even more so than I already was, reading ingredients and just questioning like what I'm putting in my body, which I think is always good to do, right? So let's just recap. So the last y'all heard from me, I was lamenting drinking wine. That was day 4, we ate out. So day 5 and day 6 was the weekend, and started out on Saturday with bulletproof coffee. Someone left a comment that says, okay, it's not carnivore because I used coconut, and also coffee is not carnivore, and also stevia. But I'm just going to tell you right now, if I have to give up coffee to do carnivore, then that's just a no-go for me. Coffee is I live for coffee in the morning. I live for coffee, okay? I'm not giving coffee up. That's just non-negotiable. So anyway, the bulletproof coffee, I am feeling good on the bulletproof coffee. I love that stuff. I don't know why I stopped doing it before. Like I said, probably just because I got tired of pulling my blender out, but I'm a fan. And then this was exciting. I made goat cheese balls from Courtney Luna's new cookbook, and I kind of burned them a little bit, but they were still delicious. And if you love goat cheese, then you're gonna love goat cheese balls. And I had actually been seeing a few recipes online where people were making them in the air fryer. Maybe I'll try that as my next version. But this was actually coated in egg. Then you put it in the pork panko. Here come our pork rinds. They're like MVP ingredient if you're on the carnivore diet. I tell you what, I've eaten so many pork rinds lately. And then you take your goat cheese ball, you dip it in the egg, then you put it in the pork panko. You dip it in the panko and then the egg, so that the egg adheres to the panko and it has something to stick to, and then you dip it again in the pork panko. So it goes goat cheese ball, pork panko, egg, pork panko again, and I fried it in beef tallow, and it was delicious. And oh my gosh, I could have eaten a whole log of goat cheese and then been miserable later, and I didn't. Thank God I didn't. So once you put the panko on it, it's really filling, because think about it, you're eating goat cheese and pork. So it was delicious. In my mind, I was like, wouldn't this be delicious drizzled with some balsamic glaze? Because I am addicted to balsamic glaze, which is loaded in sugar, which is why I'm doing the carnivore diet, to make me more conscious of these things, and also to heal my gut and try to kill off some kind of bacterial overgrowth. And then for dinner, this was a beautiful thing, because how nice is it when people invite you to dinner and for a barbecue? I'm usually I only ever get barbecue if I make it. And so Scott had been out duck hunting with a friend, and he and his parents ended up inviting us over for dinner. And this is the funniest thing, you guys. They were like, hey, we're making brisket, come on over. And, I didn't want to show up empty-handed. So I said, okay, see if we, do you want me to bring some coleslaw? I grew up in North Carolina. I just think barbecue slaw. That's how my brain works. And they go, no, we don't do slaw. We're from Texas. It's a Texas thing. So I was surprised. I was like, huh, I didn't know. But that makes sense. It is a Texas thing. And it's funny, when we got there, they served their brisket totally like you would get at a restaurant in Texas, down to the little pieces of white bread and, the baked beans and all the things. But I was cracking up because I always thought, what is the deal with this white bread when you go to a barbecue restaurant? Who cares about that? I'm here for the smoked meats. I don't need a white bread distraction. But anyway, my friend had a really nice Yoder smoker. In the world of barbecue, a Yoder smoker is like a top of the line pellet smoker. And in my world of barbecue bloggers and influencers, barbecue influencers, Yoder is the only smoker I know of where my barbecue friends have actually spent their own money to buy a smoker, because, you know, if you're in this industry, people just send you grills. And so actually my friend Nick and Brad both were on waiting lists for Yoders, and I can say that I lifted it up. It's super heavy. If you have a smoker, you want it to be heavy because it helps, and thick gauge steel because you want it to hold the smoke in, you want it to hold temperature, and it was a beauty. Now I will say my husband said that, you know, my brisket's better, which my brisket recipe is the #1 recipe on my website. It's my Better Than Sex brisket recipe, which really it's a hybrid of Chris Lilly's recipe and Adam Perry Lang's recipe, who are two very accomplished pit masters. And I learned some tips and tricks from Chris Lilly when I went to Kingsford University like so long ago. But anyway, so thank you, honey, for saying that my brisket was better. That's exactly what you're supposed to say. But I will never turn down brisket from someone who says, hey, I made brisket, because I'm usually the one that makes it. So thank you to my friends Misty and Paul. You're awesome. And let's just talk a little bit. What I wanted to talk about was I'm at this party, right? It's like a tailgating thing. University of Texas is playing, and you know, that's why they were smoking a brisket, because you know, Texas people, SEC people, they take their football really seriously. And my friend Beth made her buffalo chicken dip, or her the buffalo chicken dip, which is freaking delicious. But I know when I say, girl, what'd you put in this? Because I know, and I know what goes in buffalo chicken dip, but it's chicken, pulled chicken, Frank's Red Hot, and ranch. Now let's talk about ranch for a second. Now I know Beth had a bunch, she's like one of my besties. I know she had a bunch of house showings, so I don't even know how she got to their house earlier than before me. So there is no way she made ranch from scratch. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, seed oils, because I actually did try the dip and it was delicious. And my way of circumventing the system, I'm sure Frank's Red Hot is not, like, none of this is carnivore, but I used a piece of sausage instead of a chip to dip into the dip. So technically it was still low carb, keto at least. And it was delicious. But in my mind, I was thinking, seed oils are in this store-bought ranch, which probably also has MSG. And that's what I really wanted to talk to you about today, was seed oils and how to mitigate them in your body. Now, if we recap, you know, I wrote a very extensive list on GrillGirl.com about the seed oils to avoid, because I think people go to the store and they're like, what's the list of seed oils I need to avoid? And it's confusing, right? All the major ones, you know, the ones that are in everything are going to be canola, soybean oil, sunflower oil, but there's all different variations. Those are like probably the top 3 you see. What really irks me is that when you buy like health food, or like, let's say I go to Publix and I'm like, my kid wants some cookies and I'm like, no, I'm only going to buy you organic. You have to buy organic cookies. Why? Because flour, grains and wheat are sprayed with glyphosate. So any crackers or cookies or whatever, you get a nice dose of Roundup in your belly, which also causes cancer. No thanks. But the oils they use are always sunflower oil. So you've always got this stuff hiding like it's healthy-ish, but it's not. They're throwing sunflower oil in, which is a seed oil. But anyway, it's really hard to 100% not to 100% break up with seed oils, because they are in literally everything. But you can try and you can read labels. And I want to talk about the importance of vitamin E. Now, this company, Lifeblood, the guy who started this is super smart. And I've learned a ton from them just reading the blogs on their website. Like, they drop so many facts, and I know that they're followers of Dr. Raymond Pete, who's really the biologist who a lot of people are using his research for metabolic health. But I want to talk about vitamin E. Vitamin E is really important because taking vitamin E every day can really help mitigate all of the damage that's happening to your body when we ingest seed oils, which are in everything, like literally everything. So I just want to read this part of my article, which is a list of seed oils to avoid at GrillGirl.com. And I actually pulled this from the Lifeblood blog. And I did have a promo code. I don't know if it's still active. I think it's GrillGirl or GrillGirl10. Try that and see if it works to get 10% off. And I will say, you can't just go buy you can't just go buy vitamin E on Amazon, because what sucks is that here you are trying to take vitamin E to mitigate the effects of the seed oil, and like 99.99% of everyone out there is putting their vitamin E in sunflower. So they're giving in sunflower oil. So they're giving you more seed oils while you're trying to mitigate the effects of seed oils, which is just BS. So anyway, so this is from the Why Take Vitamin E blog. And this is at the end of my article on a list of seed oils to avoid, because I feel like we just get this deluge of information like this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. But it's like, what can we do to mitigate stuff, right? So what can we do to mitigate seed oils? Here you go. Why Take Vitamin E blog. Lowers excess estrogen. Vitamin E helps regulate estrogen levels in the body, preventing hormonal imbalances. Well, that's a major plus. Decreases oxidative stress. By neutralizing free radicals, vitamin E reduces oxidative stress and protects cells from damage. Prevents lipid peroxidation. Vitamin E prevents the oxidation of fats in the body. So here's a fun fact. You know when you get sunspots, or what you thought are sunspots, or liver spots, they call them? That's lipid peroxidation. Like I have spots here. That's from when the seed oils in your body basically go rancid and make spots. That's lipid peroxidation. So a lot of people think these sunspots are actually from the sun. No, they're from us consuming seed oils and them getting oxidated in our body and then making those spots. It's crazy. Like there's just so much that we didn't know, right? I digress. Decreases and reverses markers of biological aging. Well, hell yes, we want to do that. Vitamin E helps combat age-related skin issues like age spots, wrinkles, and skin discoloration. I need to take like this whole bottle like right now. I'm kidding. But protects from cell damage. The antioxidant properties of vitamin E protects cells from damage caused by environmental factors and toxins. Helps cells utilize oxygen and create energy more efficiently. Vitamin E improves cellular respiration, enhancing energy production. Protects from damage caused by high PUFA foods. PUFA stands for polyunsaturated fatty acids, i.e. What's in omega-6, which is what's in seed oils. Vitamin E counteracts the harmful effects of polyunsaturated fats found in fried foods and seed oils. Improves insulin resistance. Vitamin E plays a role in improving insulin sensitivity. Supports fertility. Vitamin E is essential for reproductive health and can improve fertility in both men and women. So, yeah, Lifeblood makes this vitamin supplement. It's called Antidote, and this is really one of the only supplement companies I trust. And gosh, this video is getting long, but the reason I'll share this, and I think I'll do another video on this, is because most supplement companies fill their supplements with what are called, now I'm having a brain fart, basically fillers, which are bad for you. Excipients is what they're called, excipients. So let's see if I have my code in here. So anyway, use code GrillGirl for 10% off. This is not sponsored by them. I'm just letting you guys know this is what's going to be helpful. So that's my rant. Day 5, day 6, brisket and goat cheese balls. I'll call that a win. But let's talk about seed oils because they're in everything, and there's no way to be 100% seed oil free. And this is why we should be taking vitamin E every day.